So we started a project relatively recently called Madeye, which allows you to kind of push a project in your hard drive to the web and have people edit it kind of a la Google Docs and then save it back to your hard drive. You can even do this in a Google Hangout, so it's a great way to code collaboratively, even if you're not in the same place. So that's cool in itself, but what's really cool also is how fast Meteor allows you to develop things, particularly if you've got hot push reload. So instead of talking a lot about it, we're just going to build an app to sort of watch and potentially even search through logs in 3 minutes, and we'll see kind of how far we go. So what we did is we basically started it's a normal sort of little Meteor project, basically from scratch. And to run Madeye, you just run Madeye. And you see it gives you a little URL. You just go to that URL, and then you see your project right here. So we want to watch logs, so let's find a place to put logs. So I'm going to be starting coding stuff, and Mike's going to be basically fixing my bugs in real time. We'll see how many bugs I make. So I'm going to span something like formatted timestamp. And Mike will sort of fill out the rest of that. Maybe. Excellent. Yeah, there you are. Okay, great. How about like level message? Level message. So now, let's just expose this. So this is all going, but we can actually start saving things whenever we're ready. But even though we have over here, as you can see, a little like helper. Oh, sorry, I have to put each entries. There we go. We need to actually make that helper, right? So what is that helper called? That was called entries, right? So entries, and then log entries, find, fetch. So now once we start saving things, things should suddenly appear. But we don't just want any entries. We probably want something like only the top couple, and we probably want them sorted by most recent timestamp. There we go. Save that. And in a second, we should start seeing these things. Have we saved the HTML file yet, Mike? No. Ah, thank you. See? Collaborative coding at its best. Don't fail me now, logs. Well, while it's doing, let's make things a little bit pretty. Where are you? Uh-oh. I think we have a syntax error, Mike. Can you fix that for me?
I can try.
Let me reload this guy. Oh, there we go. A little bit late to the party, but you know. Oh. Anyway, there we go. Well, with a little cut and paste, we can do a lot of more magic stuff. So yeah, so the point, isn't so much that Meteor is just fast, which it is and it's awesome, or that Madeye is sort of collaborative, which is also fun, but it's that we find we work remotely a lot of times, and working remotely, pair programming is really hard, but if we have in a Google Hangout and we're coding the same document at the same time, all of a sudden it's a lot easier. And imagine it for things like giving a technical interview at a job. You want to see them write code, but like, is the syntax right or not? Will it compile? Who knows? But it's saved to your local hard drive or your local file system, and then you can just run your test or whatever. So that's that. Questions? Anyway.
Is there both a collaborative editing mode and a person coding or people watching mode?
Not right now. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say not yet.
Because I would love this for giving classes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard to focus on, choose what you're focusing on. So right now we're thinking the pair programming and an interview, but we also thought like Chris Mather invented mine, going through and having people be able to select stuff and say, what about this? That would be quite fun.
Sure.
Where do you go about server-side errors?
Well, the server side actually has several little apps that are all talking to each other. And so we made an error class that has a bunch of descriptions, and when things are talking to each other, they're passing errors and trying to decide what to do based on the severity of the error and what type of error. And we have some, well, sometimes because Node doesn't have, like it's hard to put like try-catch around everything in Node or Meteor. So sometimes everything dies right now, which is a little unfortunate, but we've caught most of those and trapped them. But for the most part, if it's a callback error, we handle it pretty well. If it's something that's going to throw an exception, we catch it most of the time and try to handle it.
And are these two different Meteor instances?
Sorry, there's, yes, each of us is on this like user-facing app here, which you can't see here, and the one on Mike's screen are just different, yeah.
Or just to be clear, the log thing that you see over there is one Meteor app.
Oh.
And then the editor is a separate Meteor app.
Sorry, yeah. This was the Meteor app that we were editing. This is the Meteor app that we built to edit things.
Is it self-hosting yet?
What do you mean by self-hosting?
Like, are you working on Madeye together in Madeye?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Particularly because the Google Hangouts is pretty awesome, because we just have a Google Hangout going all day, and with video chatting, it's almost like you're in the same room, except you can leave more easily.
And the editor is the editor is also a bit worse than Emacs at this point, but we're working on that.
And a lot worse than VI.
Thanks.
Thank you.